Hey gang, all the fun begins today. Get in on the action. The BetParx Sportsbook app has you covered for the college basketball tournament. If you're in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, or Maryland, and in Michigan as well on the Play Gun Lake Sportsbook app, however you're doing it, by the way, that's also run by my friends at Parx. The first two play-in games are tonight. 6:40 p.m. Howard, a 3.5-point favorite against Wagner. Virginia, 3-point fave against Colorado State. I'm paying attention to Duquesne. They're my Cinderella story. I don't think they play until Thursday against BYU. Before you fill out the bracket, download the BetParx Sportsbook app and make your futures bets right now on who you think is going to win it all for this year's college basketball tournament. Here are the latest odds on the top 5 favorites to win it all. $25 wager on UConn, the returning champs, pays $100. $25 on Houston pays $143.75. $25 on Purdue pays $162.50. $25 wager on Arizona pays $350. $25 wager on North Carolina pays $400. The only sports betting app that I ever recommend is this one. New users, join me now. Download the BetParx Sportsbook app, make a winning $10 bet, and get $125 back in sportsbook bonus. BetParx.com and PlayGunLake.com have all the details. They are safe and easy and simple to use. Got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Ohio for BetParx, and Michigan for Play Gun Lake app. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Time now for Tuesday headlines from the Smerconish.com daily newsletter. Everything we discuss contained in the newsletter, posted as well at the Smerconish.com website. TC, this interview that Elon Musk did with Don Lemon is getting so much attention that it even is the subject of the sort of story that says, well, here are the 5 things you need to know.
Well, you know you've made it when that happens. I'm a little confused. Like, Elon Musk was not happy with it, and he's going to cancel the show, or there's a truck involved, or I don't know. There's like a lot of buzz going on around
There's
the
a truck
interview
involved.
itself.
No. There is a truck involved, and that truck, for the second time, it's a Brinks truck, and it's just backed up to Don Lemon's house again.
Ding, 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 ding.
The guy has totally stepped in something.
Gold.
I have to remind myself. You would think that I have this all committed to memory, but I don't. So Don, and for whom I have respect and always enjoyed his company as a colleague at CNN,
yes,
we always got along well.
Yes.
I can remember first coming to CNN. His office was in the corner. I would use a conference room as a temp, going through there, getting ready on my Saturday program.
Yeah.
I'd be there Friday night. He'd be there. We had a nice rapport.
Yeah.
So
He seems easy to get along with.
yeah.
Until the reports were he wasn't, but that's another story.
So, that's what I want to talk about.
Right.
So, Don was on in the evening.
Right.
I guess at 10 p.m.?
10. I think he had the 10
And then
o'clock slot.
it's hard to keep track of the changes, but eventually he moves to morning.
With Poppy Harlow and Caitlin Collins.
Correct. And
Yeah.
all was not well there.
Well, there was the whole issue with Nikki Haley's age, right?
Is that what it was? See, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. No,
I'm an
that
old
was
man.
No. He said something about how women.
A woman?
No, their prime.
Oh,
like,
right.
Past their prime.
Right.
And yeah, the ladies.
And that set them off. Okay.
Not just them. So people were not happy with him.
Now, I want to make a joke here, but if I make a joke, they're going to cut the tape and everybody's going to be, oh, he said.
Oh, in other words, you're filtering yourself?
Yes.
It's a whole new world.
So this is in the realm of comedy.
Well, maybe it's
Were
okay.
the women were the women hysterical?
Oh my God.
When he said that?
See, the fact that you had to say it like that and couch it like that means that it's not funny, and you take it
All right,
seriously.
I got a laugh out of it. Can I continue on with my recollection, which is apparently faulty? So there was not chemistry in that morning lineup, right? And then remember, Don was fired.
Right.
From CNN. And what day, I'm not asking you numerically for the day, but what day was he fired? On the same day that Tucker Carlson was fired.
Oh.
Right? It was the same day it happened, and some people read into it. Oh my God, this is CNN's response. I think it was pure coincidence. But apparently, and I need to make clear, I know nothing. Okay, I'm in
Obviously,
I'm in
you just have
Philadelphia.
to be reminded about Nikki Haley not in her prime.
I'm in Philadelphia. I'm not in the loop. I do my own thing. I'm so appreciative of CNN for allowing me to do the kind of show that I want to do. But I'm not in the meeting. Okay, so anything I know is in the public realm because I've read it. And in the public realm, it suggests that because they had recently signed a new deal with Don, that they had to pay him a lot of money.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
In the same way that Chris Cuomo, well, I guess that's still subject to litigation. I don't know. But I think Chris is getting like a huge payout as well for sitting on the beach, although he's working at News Nation. So what I'm wondering is, because this was the first episode of a new Don Lemon gig
Right.
for X,
Right.
for Elon Musk, is that truck backing up to his house again?
Who's paying him?
I'm wondering if he had the show launched. So I'm wondering if he had a gig with Musk that now Musk is going to have to pay him. And maybe for Musk, it's chump change. Like, hey, I'd rather write the guy a check because I don't like the way he interviewed me. I don't know.
So is the Don Lemon show on X going to happen, or is this a one-hit wonder? We get the launch and that's it?
I'm confused because I know that he distributed it both on X and on YouTube.
My understanding was that Musk didn't want him to distribute it. Couldn't Musk keep him from distributing it if he wanted to?
Well, that's another interesting question. Does Musk really care, or does Musk just want to be in the news like Trump?
I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know. But I will say this. The interview I thought was very interesting, and I enjoyed the rapport between the two. I did not think that Don Lemon crossed a line asking about drug usage. It's been reported.
Yep.
And I also appreciated Elon Musk's response relative to ketamine when he said, I have a prescription. I'm paraphrasing, but he made clear that it was for depression. And he also said, but I don't overtake, because if I did, I couldn't be sharp, and I work 16-hour days.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Do you have any of this audio?
I have that audio. Okay, I have 3 clips of audio for me. You tell me what you want first. I have at the beginning where they're talking about the future of X. Mm-hmm. I have where Don asks him about meeting with Donald Trump. And then I did pull that ketamine
I'd
audio.
rather start with ketamine.
Start with ketamine.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Take a listen. This is what that sounds like.
So you do a lot of it at night, like late at night. So when you're doing this, are you sober when you do it?
Almost
Are
always,
you
yes.
under the influence of anything?
No, I don't drink. I don't really. No.
So you got no drink, no smoke, no nothing. I mean, you smoke pot with Rogan.
I had one puff.
Yeah.
I think anyone who smokes pot can tell I don't know how to smoke pot.
But you've admitted that you have a ketamine prescription.
Yeah.
What's that for?
Well, I mean, it's pretty private to ask somebody about a medical prescription, But I think it's something I'd say, like, there are times when I have sort of I don't know, like a negative chemical state in my brain, like depression, I guess, is or like depression that's not linked to any negative news, and then ketamine is helpful for getting one out of a negative frame of mind.
Well, listen.
So I in fact, I generally, obviously I'm not a doctor, but I would say if someone has depression issues, they should consider talking to their doctor about ketamine instead of SSRIs.
Listen, I think that ketamine and drug therapy is increasingly becoming more in the mainstream.
Yeah.
Do you think you're doing it under a doctor's care, right?
Yeah. Literally a prescription from a real doctor, not like,
Yeah. But do you feel like you ever abuse it?
I don't think so. If you use too much ketamine, you can't really get work done. So I have a lot of work. So I'm typically putting in 16-hour days. That's normal for me. Yeah. And it's rare for me to even take off a weekend day.
The Times coverage of the interview today, Derek Bryson Taylor. The interview was intended to be the debut episode of a new talk show in a partnership between Mr. Lemon and X. But Mr. Musk called off the deal after filming the hour-plus interview at Tesla's headquarters in Austin, Texas. The first episode of The Don Lemon Show was streamed on YouTube and posted to Mr. Lemon's account on X. So, look, I mean, Tucker Carlson similarly has some type of an X-related show. I don't quite understand the distribution model.
I think it might be the future. In other words, I think that's kind of how I look at it.
It might be. And further along, it says this. The show arrived Monday morning after heavy promotional push from Lemon, who teased the interview in multiple places last week, including The View, in the days after Mr. Musk abruptly scrapped X's partnership with the former CNN host. Before its release, the men were at odds over how the interview went. Lemon said in a statement last week that his questions were respectful and covered many subjects. We had a good conversation. Clearly, he felt differently. His commitment to a global town square where all the questions can be asked and all the ideas can be shared seems not to include questions of him from people like me. Musk then said that Lemon's show lacked originality, and he took a shot at CNN at the same time.
Well, and you thought that his questioning about ketamine?
I thought that was fair.
You did think that was fair?
Yeah, I thought
even though it's a prescription medication.
I think that it was fair given how much has been reported in the public domain.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting hearing him talk about that. And you and I have talked a lot, obviously, today about Oprah Winfrey. And I mean, it's brain chemistry. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about, I thought it was interesting how Elon Musk in that interview said, if you can't talk yourself out of the darkness, and that is such a sort of simple and brilliant explanation of depression and anxiety. If you can't talk yourself out of it, I am lucky that I am not depressed. If I'm in a bad mood, I can talk myself out of it. I can go exercise and get myself out of it.
Well,
my brain works that way. His doesn't.
I like the way he said it.
I like the way he said it.
He said, "Look,
so
you
much
might want to talk to your doctor
about ketamine,
and look at ketamine as an alternative to SSRIs."
Yeah.
Okay, great. There you go.
That was really interesting.
Musk is in the news for another reason today, and that is that Barbara Streisand condemned an RBG award going to both Elon Musk and Rupert Murdoch. It's an award that was given for women only last year. Then they changed it this year, and four out of five of the recipients are men. Musk, Murdoch, Milken, little alliteration there. You'll remember that he was the junk bond market savant and then pled guilty to securities violations and has done a lot of charitable work thereafter. Sylvester, hey, here's an interesting question. Who of this crew do you want to have a drink with? Elon Musk, Rupert Murdoch, Michael Milken, Sylvester Stallone, Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart. I think it's interesting that I'm going to ask you this. You're going with Stallone?
Stallone, yeah.
How about both of them together?
Would love it.
After I saw that Stallone documentary.
Stallone documentary is tremendous.
There's a new Martha Stewart one, but I haven't seen it yet.
There's a new Stormy Daniels one.
Oh,
and
there you
go. I have one more episode of The Gentleman, and then I can turn my attention to Stormy Daniels.
How many awards go from the Ruth Bader Ginsburg Women of Leadership Award to the other direction?
Right.
Like, that's a real rarity these days.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I don't know. More headlines now from the Tuesday edition. I almost lost track of my day.
What
Tuesday
day is it?
edition of the Smerconish.com newsletter. We talked about Princess Kate yesterday. Did anybody order for me the hamper from the Windsor farm store?
They don't order. I looked online. I don't think that they send it overseas.
I was looking forward to the chutney.
I know you are. Chutney is great.
So now some photographs have emerged. The Princess of Wales smiled and looked relaxed and happy on a shopping trip with devoted hubby William. Kate, 42, dressed down in a hoodie and leggings, carried her own shopping as she strolled through the car park at a farm shop. Footage emerged just hours after the Sun exclusively revealed they'd been shopping together in Windsor. And then further along in the story,
and I asked you yesterday. We said the report was out yesterday, and I said,
"Where are the pics?
That's crazy." Yeah.
The Sun last week called on the world to lay off Kate.
Yes, I agree.
Me too.
Yes, I totally agree with that.
Yep.
But hey, how was your photo shoot yesterday?
My photo shoot was very nice, thank you. And I said to the photographers, man and woman, former husband and wife, but still partners, I said, I want the Kate Middleton treatment. I want to be airbrushed.
Absolutely.
I want some weight reduced.
Yep.
I want it just to look perfect. Exactly. I want the full treatment. You know what's kind of funny? I remember participating in photo shoots like I did yesterday.
Wait, give us a little background. Inside, outside, what was happening?
Okay.
What were you wearing? What was the weather?
So Philadelphia Magazine,
Yep.
which has profiled me in the past,
Yes.
I would have thought they'd be done with me, like forever done with me.
Why? You're a Philly guy.
Yeah, I don't know. But they said they wanted to do a spread for an upcoming issue.
Great.
Maybe, you know how it works in magazines, like if it's the April issue, it comes out in March. And if it's the May issue, it comes out in April. So I don't know. At some point in the near future.
Election special.
I've not even done the interview, but it was important for them because they're up against the deadline to take care of the pictures.
Okay.
And I don't know if they're looking for just one picture or multiple pictures. It was not made clear to me. But I can remember being photographed in the past, and you had no idea what the photographer, because the photographer had to go to a dark room and develop what they had.
Sure.
Things have changed.
Right.
So these photographers yesterday had a lengthy cable attached to a laptop, and, fires the shutter, and then we all just looked at the laptop.
Yeah, and they're like,
and they were fabulous.
Oh.
The pictures were fabulous.
Inside or outside?
All outside in Rittenhouse Square.
Oh.
I lived for 10 years on Rittenhouse Square, which is in Center City, Philadelphia, and I love the square.
How is Rittenhouse Square looking? I just read an article that said that it was turned into a dust bowl during COVID because so many people spent so much time outside, and that they're now going to rejuvenate it.
For $500,000.
Yeah.
And they were rejuvenating yesterday as I was there.
Okay, don't walk on the grass.
Yeah. So the point is, if a poor photograph, if a poor image of me should appear in the upcoming issue of the magazine, it will have to be deliberate, because I saw pictures I really liked.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How about that?
Now, they found it curious that I refused to smile. And the only time that I smiled was when they made a joke of the fact that I would not smile.
But you don't
as
smile for pictures.
I want to go back to the way pictures were originally intended. So I'll give you a little smile, but I am not doing the so-called
wry smile.
I'll do the wry observer as opposed to, pardon me for this, the shit-eating grin. I'm just not doing that.
I'm all about the shit-eating grin.
I'm not doing it.
Every picture of me
Well,
is...
you've good choppers. Your smile is a nice smile. I don't want to do it.
Because you don't like your smile?
Wait,
give me a big smile.
What I was looking for the benefit of those who are watching on YouTube, I was looking for the wry observer. How about this? Like the seasoned observer of all of this.
Yes.
Just like the all-knowing sage. As opposed
Seriously, is that what you were doing in Rittenhouse yesterday?
I'll give you, if you just give me 5 seconds to just Stanislavski, clear my head, and I'll give you what I gave them.
Okay, here we go. I'm dying right now.
Right here.
I'm dying.
That's it. Look.
Okay, I see it.
Just a little.
You got to make sure the smile gets to your eyes. Like, make your eyes a little brighter. Little life in those eyes. Oh my God.
That was the smile I gave them. And when they showed it to me on the laptop, I really liked it.
Okay.
But there were probably of 100 pictures taken, maybe 4 had a smile only because somebody made a joke and they caught it. And if they end up putting a smile in, then I'm going to be bummed. I don't want to be smiling in that picture.
Well, I mean, that could be the one and only.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'm older now. I'm grizzled.
Yeah, grizzled.
Yeah.
Someone
what else?
Alicia on YouTube says it's the Mona Lisa smile. Yes.
Yeah, like but she just sort of like turned up her.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do that.
It's amazing.
Like this, like I see you, like this. Look, TC.
Right.
Like,
yeah. Uh-huh.
And I know
no one's getting away with anything.
I know all the moves. Like they didn't have to tell me. Okay, I'll look over here now.
Oh, like this.
And I'll do this. Look. That's another one.
Wind in your hair.
Look at this. Like deep thoughts in my brain.
Okay, Michael, come on, you're scaring me.
Like that one. Huh? Oh my God. You like that one?
I think this is gonna. I think we've
and
now
then
sold.
They had me
sold out.
They
every
had
episode.
They had me stand in front of this like mansion on Rittenhouse Square.
Oh, good.
Some woman with a walker comes up. Do you live here? Do you live here? I was dressed nice. I'm like, no, I don't live here.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I know who owns the house.
Come on.
I know who owns the house. I'm not going to say his name.
Are his initials AD?
No. If it were Alan, I would tell you.
Right.
He owns the one right next
I was about
door.
to say he owns
right
every
next
other
door.
one.
He
Right,
owns the one next door, but he doesn't own the. So anyway.
All right.
What else?
Go on
Come
to
on.
Taylor Swift?
Enough of this, please.
Headline from the LA Times. Taylor Swift's LA fans made SoFi concerts shake, 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 according to Caltech UCLA, literally registered on the earthquake scale. Because everybody was jumping up and down and singing and stamping and, getting all excited, which is really, really cool. They calculated each song's, quote, radiated energy in terms of how they equals an earthquake magnitudes. Swift's upbeat Shake It Off resulted in the largest local magnitude of 0.851. And that's over a few minutes of time, not just the seconds of an earthquake. And that's based on the maximum strength of shaking. The strongest tremor was equivalent to a magnitude 2 earthquake.
I didn't wear a tie either.
Oh, here we go.
I didn't want to wear the tie.
You're not done talking about it, are you? I tried.
Well, yeah,
you told me to move on. I tried to move on.
You get an opportunity. Like, how do you want to present yourself?
Okay.
So I did not wear a tie.
You had your clothes on, which is different from other Philly mag. Right.
Yeah, I think they were hoping.
That you would
they were hoping that this would be the frontal return, but
come on.
I was not going to
Why did you say
accommodate them.
Why did you say that?
Yesterday we had 28,950. Wow, 28,958 votes cast. Would a different running mate improve President Biden's re-election chances? 63.22% said yes, 36.78% said no. Today's poll question, and I think we're going to get a lot of voting on this when all is said and done as well. Do you agree with Senator Schumer that Prime Minister Netanyahu has lost his way? Enjoy the Jack Oman editorial cartoon in today's newsletter. It is his take on March Magnus. Yeah, you got to see it. It's really, really well done. Subscribe to the newsletter, please. And thank you for listening and thank you for watching. See ya.